the hate army
Big
troll.
ups to Hate Army.
Bro.
Hate Army.
Shout
that
out
guy.
to
Hate Army.
Hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
Hate
out to
Army.
Hate.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
Hate.
Shout out to Hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
Whoops. How do I feel about big tippers getting upset not being able to control me or the topics I talk about? Listen, it's this simple, okay? The rules apply to everyone and always have. It's never been any different. I've been doing this for 16 years, all right? And not once ever in my 16-year run as a YouTuber have I let someone who contributes control me or my content, all right? If there's topics that I feel are off limits or I don't want to talk about, I'm not going to talk about them. And if someone gets upset because of that, it's just too bad, you know? It doesn't even matter if it's a detractor, if it's a actual, you know, viewer and fan of my content, if it's one of my biggest supporters ever, it doesn't matter who it is. Everyone has to abide by the same rules, and I retain the control over my content, period. You know, if I don't want to take it in a certain direction that I feel is going to be negative for the channel overall or the stream or the viewers, I will not do that, all right? So it's that simple. And, you know, sometimes it happens where over the years, you get a change in attitudes, you get a change in all kinds of stuff. It's happened many different times over the years if you haven't noticed. It's not just one particular person. So, listen, what it might very well be is that at one point, someone really likes my content, and so they want to support it. But then over a course of several years, maybe they fall out of love with my content, and they don't like it as much, but now they want to participate in a different way. So now they want to stir conversation, whatever it could be. But the truth is, it's never going to change, okay? It's always going to be the same. Nothing is going to change around here, all right? You're not going to see me being completely controlled by anyone or anything, any force, right? It doesn't matter if it's a particular line of conversation, a question, whatever it may be, right? You know, it just is what it is. That's how I am, too. Like, you know, I'm not going to be favoritistic towards any party or parties because of stuff. You know, I mean, how many times has Kirk asked to be unbanned? And I said, listen, even though you support the streams, I'm not unbanning you. You've violated the rules too many times. If you want to come back as someone else that I don't know it's you, that's one thing. I can't stop you. But I'm absolutely not going to unban you. I'm not having you come back when you've broken the rules so many times and you refuse to change. So that's it, you know. You got to put your foot down at some point. And that's how it is around here, you know. So I hope that you guys like the streams with the fact that I don't allow them to constantly be derailed with people who want to take it that way. Particularly, you know, some people want to take my content in a very political direction. I outright have stated I don't want to do DSP politics, which, by the way, if I do it, it would not be called that, okay? It would be called something else, and it would not be on YouTube. It would be of another format somewhere else. But if I ever get into politics, it would not be here. This content is something I've done for 16 years that I don't want to jeopardize, simply because I want to talk about a different subject matter, okay? So, yeah, like, that's the deal. Like, I'm not going to put up with nonsense from anybody. And, you know, people, I've noticed over the last, I'd say, several months, certain characters and people have been trying to push me in directions I don't want to go. And then they get upset. Oh, why aren't you reading this or reading that? Because I don't have to. Because I've always had the ultimate control over my content. It does not matter, you know, how much you're contributing. I'm not going to say certain things or do certain things in my content that's going to be inflammatory and detrimental to everyone. And if people get upset about that, oh well, I can't stop them. You know, it's like I've always said, my content on YouTube is like a revolving door. At some point, people like me, some people they don't. Or they like me at one point, they don't like me at another point. Whatever. You know, people change, I change. There's nothing you can do about that. You know, it's not the end of the world if you say goodbye to some people. You say hello to new ones, right? That's just how it is. So I appreciate, you know, when people support me over time. I really do. It's nice to have someone who are consistent supporters of content. At the same time, when you notice a change in attitude and when you notice that people are trying to be more and more demanding or controlling, and you got to lay down the law, if they don't appreciate that or understand it, then that's that. And you say goodbye, right? Right? Am I right or am I right? That's my attitude anyway. Maybe there's people who are so beholden. I mean, let's be honest. There's YouTubers out there that literally just sit there and let people degrade and insult and bemean them for contributions because it's the only way they can make money. Yeah, that's not me. I actually make content that people like and they support it. So I'm not going to then be, you know, have my stuff going away I don't want it to. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. All right. And it hasn't changed or anything. It's, you know, it's just the same attitude. It's always been the same rules. It's just, I guess, at some point, some people think that they don't apply to them. I don't know why. There's definitely, it's not just one person. This has happened many, many times over the years. But it's life, right? I'm good. I'm happy. I'm continuing on positively. As you notice, I'm not sitting here freaking out about anything. We're having a good time, right? So I don't, you know, I don't know why drama channels, of course, want to latch on to drama and make drama. There's no drama here. Everything's fine. I've been having a good time, you know, as normal. There's nothing that's changed. Everything is perfectly having you know, fun and under control. I don't know why these idiots want to lie about stuff, because they do constantly. But, you know, that gets them their clickbait. So don't watch their shit and just come here and relax. That's all I can say. You know? Dentronics. Okay. All right, so we're going to get started in a moment. And as you know, when we do these streams, I typically try to go about 5 parts, and each part's about a half an hour long, roughly. So we'll see how far we get tonight. We are starting at part 7 of episode 3. YouTube is erroneously telling me I played the whole thing when I didn't. We didn't even start it. So, excuse me. Should be fun.
Now, guys,
if you like the throwback content, right? I certainly hope that you enjoy the content. You're really having a good time with it, right? Please support it tonight in any way, whether that be a like on the stream, whether that be a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership, or a tip. All of that is very important to this channel. Why? Because this channel doesn't have a lot of user traction yet. You know, the videos I'm putting out are for posterity purposes. They get maybe like 100 to 200 views tops each usually. Are they ad revenue enabled? Most of them are. And I make like $1 a day on this channel. No exaggeration. That's about the profit I make on ad revenue on this channel. Over time, this channel will build up a body of work that will do better. All right. But if you can support tonight, please do. Particularly, earlier today, my React stream did very poorly. And I don't know why. You know, we actually talked about it and no one can really seem to figure out a particular reason why that stream did so poorly. It was a good stream. The content was a good variety of stuff. People seemed to have a good time. So it might have just been a bad day. Who knows? Or an unlucky day, or whatever you want to say. Tonight, it sure would be great to have a solid stream here on DSP Throwback. These streams, no exaggeration, are really the reason that allow this channel to be viable. If I didn't do these streams and have you know, support on them, this channel would kind of just be like a lot of work for nothing. So I'm glad that these streams have caught on and people have liked them. If you are here to relax and enjoy, you're in the right place. If you're here to feel nostalgic vibes, you're definitely in the right place. And I would ask that if you could support, I would appreciate that. Okay? Astronaut says, any update on the Fallout videos? What happened? Did you win the fight? Part 1 of the Fallout 3 playthrough on this channel got claimed for music, and I disputed it over 2 weeks ago, and it's still on hold. Dispute is still pending, because as I said, YouTube lies about their rules. YouTube claims it's 2 weeks. It's not. They give 2 weeks to standard people. They give a full month to corporations. So because it was a music claim from a corporation, I have to sit here and wait an entire month until it clears up, and it'll probably take the whole month. So probably sometime in May, I'll get the word on if I won that, which I probably will, and I'll get some ad revenue on part 1 of the Fallout playthrough here. As for the Fallout 4 playthrough over on DSP Gaming, it's exactly the same. There's got to be some big corpo that owns the music that's in question, and because of that, I disputed it. It'll probably take upwards of a month to get cleared up, so maybe sometime by the end of May, I'll know if I'm actually going to make any revenue on that video. Right now, I'm making absolutely nothing on it. So that's what happens when stuff gets claimed on YouTube. It just gets frozen, and you don't know for like a month. Okay? Okay, everyone, so we're about to get started. Remember, tonight is an interactive stream. I'll be reacting to things people are saying in the chat. And I also am excited for where the game will go, right? And I hope that you are too. It should be a fun time. And again, if any contributions come in, yes, this is an interactive stream. I will shout them out live. This is not like the React stream earlier where I wait for like half-an-hour periods. I do shout-outs during the parts in the live. Fair enough? Okay, we're going to get started. I'm just going to do a brief intro for the on-demand viewers. And then we're going to get started. Okay? Cool. All right, here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my Retro React for The Walking Dead Season 1. and then we'll go from there. Just remember, guys, this is a fun series. If you like the content, please give it a like. Maybe leave some comments on it. Let me know what you think. Hey, send me your messages about what it was like back in the day watching this and what you think about watching it, now in the present day. Maybe consider a super thanks on the video if it's a video that's eligible for that. Many of them are. And of course, perhaps become a member of the channel. You'll get access to emotes in the chat. You'll also be able to watch all these archive streams on demand immediately after they end, rather than having to wait over the course of the week to see these episodes be uploaded separately. Fair enough?
Typically helps me more than anything.